Coffee and Fortress Cafe, Duncan Bone. Hi, Duncan.
How you doing, Bart?
Good, nice to see you.
Good to be seen.
I just saw you at one of your locations last week. I was walking through the hospital lobby, and there you were.
Yeah, you got to make sure all the wonderful medical staff keep their caffeine, and when you have a reason to be in the hospital, it's usually good to have a nice warm cup of coffee too.
Well, it's really a welcome sight because there are hours where the cafeteria is not open at all. You know, there's just machines, so something hot and liquid, or even the snacks and food that you have is very well received.
Yeah, we're glad to be in there. It's a good space, and we're in the process. Well, that's the reason I'm here. A lot of changes. So part of those changes are so we can have better supply of food, and even expand our menu and have different things.
Yes.
as well.
So let's talk about that. Today you announced, or this week you announced that your flagship location in the Lean Rocket Lab is going to undergo some changes.
Yep. So over the course of the last 6 months or so, the last 2 years, we've had incredible amount of growth and expansion. And I found out something very important about myself, Bart, is that I actually have limits. And so in that process, between kind of stretching myself a little too thin, so from the beginning of 2023 until today, we started a commercial kitchen off-site. We got into the hospital location. We started a farm, and then we got into the other location inside in the back half of 517 Salon. So we did some pretty substantial things in a year and a half period. And in that process, between just like stuff going on in the economy starting to slow a little bit in the food sector, retail space, and then some continued family health issues that went on, we kind of had to take a step back and like, okay, we're not being as good as we should be at all these things. We know we have great products, but we were running out of stuff and not able to keep up on inventory, and kind of, the whole idea of spinning plates. I was just like, I was pretty good at spinning plates for a while, but once you start hitting the floor, you start to think things through differently. So in that process, I had some conversations with the guys over at the Lean Rocket Lab. They're both friends and business mentors of mine. The decision that was best for all parties was that we would actually hand over that location to them. So the Lean Rocket Lab is going to be taking over that location, and they're going to rebrand it and do a whole new launch, a new coffee shop cafe in there. They've got some pretty cool ideas I'm excited about.
Yeah, I wonder if they know how to start a business.
Being a business accelerator incubator, they know a thing or two about it. And they're still going to serve our coffee, so it'll still be featuring our coffee. We'll be their wholesale coffee provider. They'll still have Donation Bakery in there, and they're probably going to have a handful of other partnerships as well. So they've got some cool things lined up. I'm really excited for what they've got going. But so I just taking a look at things, realized that I needed help. And so it was better to delegate things to people who are really good at what they do, to keep fueling community, which is kind of our motto, and keep things going here in Jackson. We need to make sure we have good products and good coffee, good reason for people to come downtown.
Nice. Well, you will still have your other two retail locations,
Yep.
the hospital and on West Michigan. The former Musgrave and Company, I believe.
Musgrove.
Yeah,
Yep.
Musgrove. So that was really cool how they built that space out.
Yeah,
so
it's an awesome space. So when we jumped in there, kept most of it the same, still all the same equipment. That's in the back space. So before Musgrove and Company was Cafe Lilla, and so Cafe Lilla did a lot more food stuff, and that's kind of where we're going to shift towards in that space, where we're still going to have the great coffee, but we're going to bring back some more food and kind of cafe diner type foods. Like I was just talking to Jamie today about the different quiche that she's going to be doing, and so there's some really cool food things that are coming down the pike that we're going to be launching here in the coming weeks and months.
Yeah, I think that's great because when it was the Lilac Tree, or what was it?
Cafe Lilla.
Cafe Lilla,
Yep.
very popular lunch spot. So
that's where we're moving towards. So that'll be kind of our food production place, and then that'll also help us keep the hospital kiosk stocked with some good food, and Yeah, so we're there Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 1300 West Michigan Ave. And then weekends we're open Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Now, I had some tomatoes from Fortress Farms this summer.
Yeah.
Can you grow those all year round, please?
Working on it. So we actually had a greenhouse donated to us. So we're going to be assembling that. And from everything I'm told, tomatoes can be done in the greenhouse. So yeah, so this year was a big learning curve. Jody Chilcote, our farm manager, was phenomenal. She took a pittance of the resources we gave her and turned it into this massive harvest, and we had a ton of different things popping off, and big learning curve of how we can use it in shop versus how do we sell it direct to consumer. But it was good, and she did a great job, and we had a ton of tomatoes. We had a lot of butternut squash and onions, potatoes, and herbs, and salad greens, and
So you feel like the farm, the first year has been a success?
It was a successful learning year. Now, going into it, I understood. I didn't even plan on the farm being like profitable in that sense for at least 5 years. Mm-hmm. So to get on the land to see how it responds to things planted, and and we didn't have water on it, so we were piping in water. Bringing in big totes of 300 gallons, and so yeah, it was a lot of learning of logistics and what we could do and what we were capable of, and Jody did phenomenal.
All right, well, congratulations on your evolution and your growth, and thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me, Bart.
You bet. From Fortress Coffee and Fortress Cafe and Fortress Farms.
That's right.
Duncan Bowen. We've got